Law enforcement is investigating in a community shocked after 4 members of the same family are killed in a suburban community in Missouri. And New Year's Eve is right around the corner, which means fireworks sales should be booming. But a local vendor says that's not the case this year.
Where local news matters for Carolina's family. This is 7 News Daybreak.
Good Sunday morning. Thanks for joining us. I'm Nicole Ford in for Kimberly Brown. Storm Team 7 meteorologist Jackie Brown is standing by in the Weather Center with our forecast first. Good morning, Jackie.
Good morning, Nicole. Good morning to you. We are seeing areas of rain and fog outside this morning. Make sure you have your umbrella. The good news is, though, this is going to continue to push off to the east, so the bulk of this precipitation happening this morning, and then we'll see a partial clearing for this afternoon. We are seeing areas of fog, though, outside this morning, so watch for areas of that just that dense, patchy fog out there. Temps are in the 40s and 50s, and over the next 7 hours, we're going to see lots of 50s on that board. Again, even some sunshine for today, peeking through, but we're tracking more rain for your New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. We'll talk more about that coming up. Nicole.
Thanks, Jackie. Now the Clemson Tigers are heading to the national championship after their dominant win last night over the Notre Dame Fighting Irish 30-3. And closer to home, our cameras caught some Clemson fans watching the Cotton Bowl in Spartanburg. We stopped by Hickory Tavern on Fernwood Drive. Inside, we found a lot of people very excited as they watched the Tigers pull off their win in Arlington, Texas. Now, on a more somber note this morning, a community in Missouri is on edge and searching for answers after 4 members of the same family were murdered. Violence erupted inside a suburban home and then spilled into the streets overnight. Kenneth Craig has more on a massive manhunt launched to catch a killer.
Call taker heard several shots fired during a 911 call and a hysterical female in the background.
By the time St. Charles City police officers got to the home, still draped with Christmas lights, there was little they could do. The scene inside, they say, was horrific. Zoe and Jonathan Caston, just 8 and 10 years old, and their grandmother, Jane Mokel, were shot to death. The children's mother was also shot and later died at the hospital.
When officers arrived on scene, they did observe a vehicle leaving the area at a high rate of speed.
Officers say they tried to stop the person behind the wheel, believed to be the suspect, which led to a gun battle that left one of their cruisers riddled with bullet holes. But it didn't end there.
A short time later, in the area of Delacroix and Timber Ridge, a person matching that same description attempted to carjack a woman.
Investigators say he stabbed the woman 7 times, then took off again. After a 7-hour manhunt, police tracked down the suspect after they got a call that a man was inside this convenience store and bleeding. Late Saturday, prosecutors revealed the murders were not random, but committed by Richard Darren Emery, the live-in boyfriend of the children's mother. He's been arrested on 15 different charges, including first-degree murder.
What can possess someone to take the life of a child? It's beyond me. I don't know how anyone could ever do such a thing. And we may never know.
I spoke with police several times today. They told me investigators are still looking into what may have motivated all of this. The carjacking victim is going to recover from her physical injuries, and no officers were hurt. Kenneth Craig, CBS News, New York.
And the man accused of killing a California police officer in cold blood is now behind bars. The small community of Newman, California is reeling over the loss of a corporal. He became the first ever Newman police officer to die in the line of duty. He leaves behind his wife, a newborn baby, and a canine partner that will be retired. After a massive 2-day manhunt, authorities arrested his suspected killer Friday morning, Gustavo Perez Arriaga.
This criminal, Mr. Arriaga, crossed our border illegally into Arizona some time ago. He is a criminal. He has 2 prior arrests for DUI.
Now, the 32-year-old surrendered to SWAT officials around 200 miles away near Bakersfield, California. Over the last 24 hours, 7 more people were arrested for helping Arriaga avoid authorities, including his brother, girlfriend, and a co-worker. And new this morning, locally, some firework vendors say sales are down due to New Year's falling on a weekday. This fireworks stand in Spartanburg in the Ingalls parking lot on Warren H. Abernathy Highway is run by members of the First United Pentecostal Church of Spartanburg. Reverend Larry Wilkes says they lease the stand from TNT Fireworks, and the company gives the church 20% of the proceeds. That's used to fund their youth department. Wilkes says right before the 4th of July and New Year's, they sell tons of fireworks, but this year, sales have been a lot slower.
Well, it depends on what day it falls on. Like this year, it's on Tuesday, so naturally it's not going to be as hot a day as it would be Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. Today, our sales are way down, and I'm sure you know why. Clemson's playing today.
Now in South Carolina, you must be 16 or older to purchase fireworks, and we want to remind our viewers to always follow the instructions on the firework box. Never light fireworks that are wet, don't relight fireworks, and make sure you're setting them off to do it in a safe location away from buildings. Now, if you're in the city limits of Spartanburg, you're not allowed to shoot fireworks, but you can if you live in the county. You can shoot fireworks in Greenville County in the city of Greenville, but not at any of the city parks. Now, runners pounded the pavement for the annual Resolution Run and year-end Scumbag Bash on Saturday. The Resolution Run is a timed race of 3, 6, and 12 hours on a 1.5-mile loop. This year, the event took place on the campus of Southside High School in Greenville County. Now, Scumbag stands for South Carolina Ultra Marathon, in which 3 races happen at the same time. Participants decide which race they want to run. The event started at 7 a.m. and all races finished up by 7 p.m.
Just a community thing. I moved to Greenville 5 years ago, didn't know anybody, and I thought what better way to meet new runners than to put on a race. Pacing is key. Some people run the whole time, some people walk the whole time. Most people do a combination of both.
Now, organizers say it's a way to say goodbye to the old year and hello to the new year. Time now is 7:36. Coming up on 7 News Daybreak, 2018 has seen a year of big stories from all over the world. We take a look back. And let's take a live look at Biltmore in Asheville. You're watching Daybreak Sunday. We'll be right back. A dramatic cave rescue in Thailand captivated the world this year, and the U.S. held historic talks with North Korea. 2018 was especially busy for Britain's royal family. CBS's Tina Kraus is in London with a look back at this year's top international stories.
Rescuers raced to save 12 young soccer players and their coach from a flooded cave in northern Thailand over the summer. After more than 2 weeks, divers navigated a treacherous escape route to get them out. Disaster struck Indonesia when a jetliner crashed into the Java Sea, killing nearly 200 people. Investigators say a faulty sensor caused pilots to lose control. China accused President Trump of starting the largest trade war in economic history. The U.S. slapped billions of dollars in tariffs on Chinese imports, and China followed suit. In a historic summit, President Trump met with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, who pledged to work toward giving up his nuclear program. Saudi Arabia ended its ban on female drivers to help modernize the conservative country. Saudi's royal family faced allegations of a murder cover-up for the killing of Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi. 5 Saudi suspects are in custody for dismembering the Washington Post writer.
Iran lied.
Israel accused Iran of a secret nuclear weapons program. America responded by pulling out of the Iran nuclear deal and imposing sanctions. The U.S. recognized Jerusalem as Israel's capital city, triggering protests from Palestinians. The war in Afghanistan entered its 17th year, costing the U.S. $1 trillion and more than 2,200 lives. The U.S. launched missile strikes against Syria after the Syrian army carried out a chemical attack against its own people.
We have won against ISIS.
President Trump declared victory against ISIS in Syria and announced 2,000 U.S. ground troops are coming home.
Russia was responsible.
Britain accused Russia of poisoning an ex-Russian spy and his daughter in an English town. Months later, 2 people died after coming into contact with the same Soviet-made nerve agent. British Prime Minister Theresa May held on to her job after lawmakers in her own party tried to force her out over how she handled the Brexit deal. The line to the British throne became a little longer. Duchess Kate and Prince William welcomed their 3rd child, Prince Louis. And Prince Harry married American actress Meghan Markle in royal fashion. 5 months later, they announced a baby is on the way. Tina Kraus, CBS News, London.
Now, Prince Harry and Meghan are expecting their first child next spring. The baby will be the 7th in line to the British throne. And coming up on 7 News Daybreak, a new report shows that more people are avoiding shipping prices and are having online orders delivered to stores. We'll take a look at those numbers next.
Good morning. Happy Sunday. Well, you're waking up to some areas of rain again this morning after a nice day yesterday. We're also seeing areas of fog outside this morning, and then we're going to see a little bit of a break. We're seeing our system work through a break in the rain, so that's going to be some good news once this clears out, and then we'll see those continued rain chances through your Thursday. Mild now. Cooler late in the week, so we're going to see those temperatures pretty mild, see a couple 60s, and then we'll start to drop back down temperature-wise. So here's where we're at now as this system continues to push to the east. As we kind of look behind this, still a few showers kind of popping up, but for the most part, once this gets out of here, so in the next couple of hours, we'll continue to see that rain, but then by this afternoon, maybe isolated rain chances are possible, and then that pushes off, and then tonight, we'll start to see more rain pick back up. So we continue to see those areas of rain work through, again, this morning time frame. So that's by about noon. So we're still seeing that rain coming through. And then it heads further south by this afternoon, by later in this afternoon. So you see it start to kind of taper off, a little bit of a break. And then that's late tonight. We'll start to see that rain work back in once again. That's Monday, tomorrow, 8 o'clock in the morning. That's tomorrow night. Then into your New Year's Eve, into your New Year's Day, more rain, break, and then more rain. So continued rain chances over the next 12 hours, though. This is the good news. We're really not looking at much precipitation with this. So very, very light rainfall over the next 12 hours. Then we'll have a break, and then we'll have more rain pick back up. There is fog out there. Franklin, Clemson, Toccoa, Anderson, Greenwood. So some of that visibility is limited around the upstate and the mountains this morning as you are maybe planning to head out here pretty soon. So it feels pretty mild out there where we're seeing those 50s, especially 50 in Clemson, 52 Greenville, 50 in Spartanburg, 43 in Hendersonville, 44 right now in Asheville. Winds just a light breeze in Anderson, Clemson, Asheville. And then as we take you through the day, still seeing some of that rain, and then by noon about 53, by 4 p.m. 56. So lots of 40s and 50s this morning. Those will transition into 50s, and again mainly periods of rain this morning, and then we'll start to see a break, and then things pick back up for your Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Unfortunately for your New Year's, we are ringing in the new year with rain. So make sure you have your umbrella. But something we have talked about a little bit yesterday, we are seeing rain, but the good news is it's going to be a little bit more mild. So at least it's not going to be, too bad outside, that cold rain that's just like miserable.
Well, I will say the rain isn't stopping everyone, because on the Anderson cam, I just saw a group of runners go by.
I know. Get your fitness in.
The rain and fog are not stopping them. They're enjoying the warm temperatures.
They are. Yeah, kudos to them. And that's what I'm saying. When it's mild out here, it does make me want to walk outside. You know what I mean? Or get outdoors for sure.
Yes. So go outside on this beautiful Sunday.
Beautiful with the rain and fog this morning.
Beautiful-ish.
There you go.
We'll take it. Thanks, Jackie. Now, in your Consumer Watch this morning, brick and mortar retailers may be on to something as they look for ways to compete with Amazon. Some of them are offering customers an option to buy things online, but pick them up at a physical store. According to a consumer research firm, such purchases have increased 47% since early November. The option is offered by traditional retailers such as Walmart, Target, and Best Buy. Now, anyone who eats out knows tax and tip can help turn a modest bill into a large expense. But a new charge is coming at some restaurants. Meet the health insurance surcharge. Fat Rice in Chicago is among a group of restaurants passing the cost of insurance for employees directly to customers. Starting next week, diners will see 4% automatically added to the bill. That goes to pay half of the health insurance premiums for the restaurant's workers and increase wages for the kitchen staff. Now, in your medical watch this morning, New Jersey's Newark Liberty Airport is warning that some of its passengers may have been exposed to measles. The exposure would have happened on Christmas Eve when an infected passenger went through the airport. Maggie Hickey has more.
The airline's passenger with measles arrived in Terminal B at Newark Liberty International Airport on a flight from Brussels on Monday, December 24th. New Jersey state health officials believe the measles-plagued flyer may also have visited other areas of the airport. So they are saying anyone who was at Newark Liberty from noon to 4 p.m. on Christmas Eve and has not been vaccinated against measles is at risk.
Measles is a scary disease. It presents with high fever, rash, cough, subsequent pneumonia, sepsis, and ultimately people can die from measles.
It could take until January 14th for someone who was infected by the passenger with measles to develop the symptoms. New Jersey health officials say this latest measles warning is unrelated to an earlier outbreak this year in Ocean County involving 33 people.
The virus can actually live on inanimate objects for up to 2 hours after the exposure, so I think that's the big hype. But the truth of the matter is mostly every adult who has gone through there and every child over the age of 18 months has been vaccinated against measles. And once vaccinated, always immune.
Anyone who suspects they may have been exposed to measles is asked to call their health care provider before going to a doctor or emergency room, so precautions can be put in place not to infect others. Many at Newark Liberty tonight were unaware.
I hope they keep this airport clean so that people can feel safe coming here and traveling.
As a mother of a 9-month-old, you're concerned?
We haven't heard this.
Right.
Of course I'm concerned.
It's 7:52 and still to come. Tiger Woods is hoping to help find the next golf champion with a new public golf course. We'll tell you where he's building it when we come back. Tiger Woods wants to help young golfers follow in his footsteps. The 14-time major champion is proposing a design for a public golf course in downtown Chicago. Woods and his team are lead architects on a proposal to redevelop the Jackson Park and South Shore golf courses. The project involves an 18-hole golf course and a shorter family course with the city's skyline serving as a backdrop.
All right, we also have to add that it is a National Bacon Day.
It is. All the bacon.
I'm a big turkey bacon fan. What about yourself?
Yeah. I just prefer turkey bacon. It's crunchier.
I do. I like the turkey bacon.
Yes.
But I do like the regular bacon too. All right, moving right along to weather. Okay, final check of your forecast. We're seeing the fog and rain this morning, and then we'll see a break. And then for your New Year's, we'll be ringing in the New Year's with more rain. Unfortunately, continued rain chances. But it's going to be a mild New Year's Day, so I guess that's a positive with all of this rain. So just a little bit more light precipitation through this morning, and then things things clear out again this afternoon, and then another round of rain.
Rain, rain, and more rain.
Rain, rain, and more rain. I know. So have your umbrella this week for sure.
Yes, thanks so much. And thank you for watching. You can always get the latest news and weather updates on our website, WSBA.com. Have a great Sunday morning. Bye.